Hi, this is Joanne. Welcome to part one of how to repair a sleeve on a Harley Davidson leather jacket. I'm going to show you what I did, and I'm going to try to go step by step so that maybe if you want to see how to do it, you can do it yourself. I did not think I was going to be able to pull this off, but somehow I did. And it took me a few hours, but I'm going to again show you step by step. And right here I am going inside the sleeve and I'm pulling it out of the liner. I have these little tabs that I have to cut off that holds the liner in place, and whatever we do first we're going to end up doing last, so everything goes in reverse when we go to repair. So getting this out of the sleeve and taking off and finding the tabs is cutting, and using my razor is what I'm doing. I'll be using a sharp razor throughout, and I'm familiar with those, and I'm not afraid to use them, but you may want to have more experience if you're going to be using the razor. You can use a seam ripper. And as I assess the inside, I take my time. I've fast forwarded a little bit on the zipper. I mean on the video, just because I don't want people to get too bored, but I don't want you to lose what I'm doing too. I am taking the liner and removing it from the cuff. So this takes time, and it takes time, and you have to remember what you did last. And the good thing about watching this video and making this video is that when I got into what did I do last, I should have wrote down every step, but I rewatched some of my own video to make sure that I was where I wanted to be and doing when I was going fast forwarding. Okay, I am filming voiceover outside. Hope it's not too noisy. We'll have to see how this goes. It was too noisy inside the house. So this is the assessment part. I am turning the cuff around and around. I still don't know where I'm going to go with this. I know I have to get that out of there, but I'm trying to find the easiest way without having to deconstruct every piece of this jacket, because that's kind of how it feels. Very overwhelmed when you're starting taking things apart. It is my hope, though, that you can watch this video and you can get some confidence to do this yourself. You know, you can go to a thrift store and you can purchase one, and maybe it's not even one that you want to wear, but you can practice with it. I've done that with wedding gowns, and I have to say I do have a wedding gown that I need. It's my practice one, but I really haven't worked with it too much. I'm more of a type of person who So I'm detaching and detaching, and the further I get into this, I am taking out a lot of threads, but I'm wanting to detach the entire cuff from the lining, that black shiny. Okay, now that right there, that's called the placket. So that's basically what we're working with, and the zipper is the problem, so we're doing all of this to repair the zipper. As I open this up, I see that there's some more tape, the double-sided tape that they've used to, initially put this placket in from the factory. So when you see something like that, you keep that in mind. If you see things like stay stitching and the obvious cuts to make the circle in the sleeve, there's little cuts in some areas to make it be a better circle. Just keep in mind the landscape of what you're working with is what I'm trying to say. And that's what I'm doing here. I am trying, I'm trying not to tug a lot because I'm also working with a little bit of a bias here, and that's the stretchiest part of a fabric, and this is leather, which can be pretty stretchy. But I have to get this out of there. There's no doubt about it. And so that's, you can go on to the next step. So just persevere, keep if you're using a razor, I just put a little tension and I just lay the blade right into the threads and it just releases them. And that's it. It's released. It's out. Now again, I stop and I just assess because I want to remember what I'm doing. So when I do this in reverse, I will remember. And I don't want to do something I don't need to do. Right now, I need to release the tubing from the zipper. Okay, mission accomplished. Now, the only thing I have to remember here is that those two tubings need to be stitched together at the top. There's some stay stitching that went across where that pin is, so I'll take care of that and look at the landscape again, make sure I'm doing things the right way. Now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I am going to, first I'm going to put some clips on here, and I'm trying to get this to be about 1/8 of an inch from this fold, and I'm going to sew 1/4 of an inch all the way down here, because when I look at this, the one that's not damaged, it is about 1/8 of an inch right there. So I want that to match up, and then I have to tuck it in to that tubing there. So I got the zipper sewn on, which I did a number 16 jeans needle. Let me show you if I can get it here. So I did a number 16 jeans needle, and I have some heavy duty thread, so I had to change my tension before I could even get started. I had to test it out because you don't want to put more holes in the leather. So as you can see, I tried it. I don't have leather, so, and my tension was way off. So I adjusted it, and then that looks good. I'm trying to go and put this back the way that I found it. And I'm using, oh, that's just leather. And because the zipper was too long, I tied it off right here, and then I had my husband moved this, and unfortunately he cut this off. I would have liked to have had that long, but he said he had to in order to move this, so I didn't see him do it, and he always does things perfectly, so I will just have to work around that, and I'm sure it's going to work out. So the tape that was on there was this kind of double-sided tape that I do not have great success with using it for this. I use it for my journals, but I don't use it for this, so we'll see if I try it or not. Now, this part here was tucked back in. This would be good to maybe try the tape on that. I think I'm going to. So we'll do this. Come across here, and it doesn't tear well, so I will cut it. Press it down. Let's do it on both sides while we're here. So this is going to be a good place for me to stop the video and make this be part 1, because it looks like I'm going to have at least 3 parts because it took me a few hours to do this job. I will continue to process this, and if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the rest of this. Thank you for supporting my little channel and watching the videos all the way to the end so I can get on the YouTube algorithm. Okay, as I am finishing this, I am going to just tell you that I stay stitched the top of those 2 tubes right there, so that way I could keep them in place while I get my clips out to clip this these tubes on top of the zipper. I know they're called something else, but I can't remember exactly what it is right now, so we're just going to go with tubes. And once I do that, then I'll take it onto my sewing machine and I will sew that. So this is what it looks like. And this is the conclusion of part 1. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.